Hi friends, it's Deanna here today. Today we are working on another awesome free pattern. We are working on pegs by Patterns for Pirates. This is a completely free pattern on their site. I will attach information below on our little information box so you can go and check them out. I have never actually made these before. I have another pattern that I love that I usually make leggings with, but I wanted to try the pegs because it's free and free is always awesome. And this is really a quick sew, so we're gonna go ahead and do it together. So I already cut out my pattern, so what you need to do is you will be cutting out 2 legs. So here's my one leg and then I have my other leg. Beautiful fabric, isn't it? So 2 legs, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab each leg, and first off we're gonna do a memory fold on our hem allowance, which is 1 inch. They give you 1 inch of hem allowance. The reason why we do this memory fold is so that way when you open it up and when you sew the legs together, it'll be easier to hem after it's all on the round. Especially because it's going to be a tighter area, so it's kind of harder to sew. So that hem actually, it helps a lot. So we're going to go ahead and grab our leg. I'm going to fold it right sides together and meet that raw edge on the inseam of the leg. So we start at the crotch point and we go all the way down to the bottom of the leg, and we're just matching up those raw edges. Okay, and we're gonna pin and then we're gonna sew, and I will be using a serger for this step. You can use a serger or a stretch stitch on your sewing machine, whatever kind of stretch stitch you would like. For this pattern, I would use more of like a double brush poly or something with high recovery. If you want to make it more of a sports one, you want to use something that's a little bit thicker, that gives you more support. There's lots of different fabrics that you can use with this, but I wouldn't use anything that is too, that it doesn't have a 4-way stretch. So we're going to go ahead and sew that leg up. All right, my leg is sewn together, and I did the same for my other leg. So now I have 2 legs sewn together. I'm gonna grab one of the legs and I'm gonna turn it inside out, like so. Isn't that weird? Just one leg hanging there. And then I'm gonna tuck it into the other leg. So I'm gonna feed it right inside so the right sides are touching. Okay? And then I am going to match up my crotch seam together. And then I'm going up the one side, matching those raw edges. The right sides of my legs are touching, right sides of my fabric, matching, and then to the other side as well. I'm not very good at pattern matching, as you can tell. They're not matching. Those lines are not matching. Oh well. Okay, so you can see right there, that's the curve. I put the right sides together all the way around. We're gonna go ahead and sew that curve. All right, so that curve is sewn. Now if we pull those legs, both legs out, we already have a pair of leggings. Now all we need to do is attach our waistband and hem the bottom of our leggings and we'll be done. That is how easy this pattern is. So this is not part of the pattern tutorial, but what I like to do before I sew my band on the round, I like to give it a memory fold as well, just like we did with the leg. I like to give up the band. So I fold it in half, wrong sides together, and I steam it to give it a memory fold. That way it remembers where it's going to fold again after I sew it together on the round. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and match those raw edges together, right sides together at the short end. and we're going to sew them together. All right, and now we made it one continuous round. And now that's where that memory hem comes in handy, memory fold comes in handy, because you already folded the fabric that way, so it remembers that, and it's easier to fold right there. Okay, so now I have raw edges together, my little waistband. I did the higher option, high rise, because I have that mommy tummy. You just want that to squish right there and kind of hold it in. We're gonna go from this is the seam right here. We're gonna go to the front, and that's gonna be our front. But I can't find my scissors, because what I like to do when I am sewing a pattern on is I like to mark a little notch. I just clip a little piece off that tells me that's where my mark is. That way if my pin falls off, I still have that little mark right there. You can't see it when you sew it on, so it'll be gone, but I just like to have it there. And then we go to the two sides. One side and the other side. And we put pins to mark it. And now I have my quarter points. Now on my leggings, you have your front and your back. So you're gonna match up your front and your back seams, and you're gonna go to one side, and that's 1/4. And then match the front and the back seams and go to the other side, and that's your other quarter. Okay, and then you're gonna fit your band right inside, and I want that seam on my band to be on my back, so I'm gonna look at the higher rise, that's my back, and meeting them right sides together and pinning at those quarter points I marked on my band and on my pant, on my pegs. Okay, we are almost done. Isn't this such a quick pattern? Super easy. And now I'm gonna go ahead and sew that band on. Stretching, see how it's a little bit, the band is a little bit smaller than your actual waistband, pant waist, so you're gonna stretch it a little bit so that it fits. So you're gonna catch all 3 layers in there when you're sewing, okay? We're gonna go all the way around and sew that on. I am grabbing my pant at where I've made my mark. I'm pulling it tight a little bit so it matches up evenly with my fabric, my band and my pant, and I'm going. And then I'm gonna do the same for the next one. Now I forgot that this pattern actually gives you a 1/2 inch allowance, so I can actually go farther down with my inch allowance. So don't worry about how much you see coming out. I could have gone a little bit farther down, but I didn't. So make sure you're doing it at a 1/2 inch. That's the seam allowance they give you. And my waistband is sewn on. I wish I would have matched the lines better, but I didn't. All right, so now that my waistband is sewn on, we are almost done. Okay, we're gonna grab our pant leg. We're gonna fold it where that memory fold is at 1 inch. It's already memory folded, so it's super easy. We're gonna pin it. You need to pin, and then we're going to hem. Now, for hemming pegs, you wanna use either a stretch stitch on your sewing machine, zigzag stitch, or any kind of stitch like that, or you can use your cover stitch if you have a cover stitch, or a double needle, however you wanna do it. I'm going to be using my cover stitch to hem these pegs. All right, so here's my cover stitch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my pegs. I'm gonna fit them in. It's an inch seam allowance, so I can go farther up. And I'm going to, this is how easy a cover stitch is. Almost there. Pull the needles up, hold your thread, your tension and go. I'm gonna cut the first two, the needle thread, and pull the looper and cut. And my hem is done. If you don't have a cover stitch, I'd say it would be a really exciting thing to get if you're able to. I saved up for a while for it, and I am so excited I did because I use it with every project. All right, so this is it. We are done with our pegs. They have been finished and they look super cute. I'm gonna try them on and then I'll let you know what I think about them, about how they fit and all that stuff. And I will attach the information below, and even the information for this fabric. This fabric came from Olga's Closet. This is a double brush poly is what I'm using. All right, so I told you I would give you some feedback. I actually love these pegs. They're super comfy, they're super cute, they're long enough. That is one of the things I have a problem with. Sometimes they're not long enough. The high-waisted area is awesome. I love how it fits really good and it fits nicely around the waist. So I love that. I love the way it feels, and I love the way they fit around the leg. Everything fits really nicely. It's not super loose, it's not super tight, it's right on my size. So I really love that. So I think this is a great free pattern. There's other options on there too. You can make shorties out of these. You can make capri size out of these. So I think that they are perfect for a free pattern. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. I will attach a couple of pictures that I took with them on. I hope you enjoyed this sewing tutorial. I will be doing a few more free ones. So let me know if there's any free ones that you want to see. Any specific ones that you want me to sew up. I just wanted to sew this one because it's super, super easy. Anyone can do it. So come do it with me. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know below. Comment, subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And I'll see you all next time. Bye. Say bye to Bo. Bo. Bye.